please give your attention to the Grand Oaks High School marching band who will play the school song.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wood Forest Bank Stadium here in Shenandoah tonight for this District 13 6A game between the College Park Cavaliers and the Grand Oaks Grizzlies. We are ready to kick it off for real in the race for the state playoffs in this district. And I think it is going to be wide open this year. Both of these teams coming into tonight looking for their first wins of the season after dropping two non-district games. But as we say, the dress rehearsals are done, and tonight it gets real as we start the games that count towards the state playoffs, and a huge opportunity for each one of these teams to come out here tonight, get that first win, and set themselves on a course for being in contention for one of the four playoff spots that are up for grabs here in 13-6A. So a great chance for both of these teams. I expect a game with quite a few points in it, given we have two of the best quarterbacks in the district on display here tonight, Cam Montgomery for College Park and Grant Smith on the other sideline for Grand Oaks. And even more impressive, they're both underclassmen. Montgomery's a junior for College Park, and Smith is just a sophomore for Grand Oaks. But both are already high up the district rankings in passing leaders through the first couple of games, and we fully expect they will be top 4 to top 5 quarterbacks in 13-6A by the time all the district games are played. So get ready. I think we could have a fun one tonight in terms of the passing production and touchdowns. Should see quite a few points here tonight, which will make for fun viewing. Got a good home crowd in for Grand Oaks tonight. They'll be wearing their all-blue jerseys with orange helmets. And on the visitor side will be College Park tonight, and College Park will be in their white uniforms with the silver helmets. Just over 12 minutes away from kickoff here in a couple of minutes. We'll kick it off to some sponsor commercials before we bring the teams out. We run the hype video for tonight, do the national anthem, and then we will be ready to kick this thing off again, starting a very exciting district game for you here tonight. My name is Jeremy McGrail, and I look forward to leading you through this broadcast tonight. Team should be coming out here momentarily, and we will be back shortly before the opening kick after the teams run out and get ready to get started tonight. Again, what should be a very entertaining football game. Thank you for joining us on this Conroe ISD Athletics live stream. Encourage you to subscribe to both of the channels for Wood Forest Bank Stadium and Moorhead so you can follow all the action this 13-6A season, what figures to be a really exciting district race for the playoffs. Some surprising things have happened in the dress rehearsal games for non-district already, and I'm very curious to see how it all ends up playing out now that we are officially in district. Yep, you're right, that did not take long. Just a couple of games played, and now we are diving straight into the meat of the schedule and the games that mean the most. Again, we'll have commercials coming up, and then we will rejoin you closer to kickoff here.
For over 40 years, Wood Forest National Bank has proudly supported the youth and schools of this great community. Our bank has grown through the years, and Montgomery County is our home. With over 30 convenient branch locations right here in Montgomery County, we are your community bank. Next time you're in the area, stop by and say hi. But for now, sit back and enjoy the game.
Shopping for a new or used vehicle, or just looking for a place for good, reliable service? Go with the name you know. Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. The Gullo family has been serving the Conroe Woodlands area since 1970. So the next time you're shopping for a new or used vehicle, or just need service, do yourself a favor and go see Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford. Or log on anytime at GulloAuto.com. Gullo, let's drive.
This is Donnie Buckaloo with Buckaloo Chevrolet. After 2.5 years, I'm proud to say we have new Chevrolets in stock today and are receiving new inventory daily. At Buckaloo Chevrolet, what you see is what you get. We don't charge market adjustments or added equipment you don't want. The price you see is the price you pay, so don't pay over MSRP. On I-45 in Conroe or shop BuckalooChevrolet.com.
It's a better buy at Buckaloo.
It's not enough to be the leader in robotic-assisted procedures if we're not by your side for every step of your recovery, guiding you back to what makes you, you. Because it's not enough to replace your knee if we're not getting you to the moments that can't be replaced. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
You've got a lot going on, so how do you find time to take care of you? At Houston Methodist, we work around your busy life. There's same-day visits when you're sick, online scheduling with specialists, access to all your records through MyChart, and video visits 24/7 if you need urgent care. Bringing you Houston Methodist's expertise, wherever, whenever you need it.
That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
And the teams are officially on the field here. Grand Oaks running out with the flags. College Park not far behind on their sideline. I have to say for Grand Oaks, they've got the coolest hype video I've seen so far. Well done to whoever put that together. That was good stuff. And they pull the big inflatable off the field. That is one large grizzly they bring out for that. College Park huddled up on their side, getting ready to run out here. And the other cool facts of this matchup is you have two first-year head coaches on both sidelines. Sean McDowell for Grand Oaks coming up to the north side from his previous station down in Richmond at Foster High School. Spent a long time at Foster. Whereas Coach Kyle Coates for College Park came from DeSoto. As part of that state championship winning squad up there with the Eagles. Brings that state championship pedigree down here to the College Park program now to see what he can get going in year one. Both of these programs had what I'd call just awful luck a year ago. With a lot of adversity to overcome and looking to take steps forward this year and hopefully avoid some of that bad luck this year. A chance to get off to some great district starts as the teams line up for the national anthems. We will cut away for that and return for the coin toss. And with that rendition of the national anthem, we are ready to come out to midfield, do the coin toss, get this football game started here tonight. Again, 13-6A district play kicking off already after just a couple of weeks. Outstanding to get into this and see how the playoff race is going to shake out this season. Huge opportunity for each one of these teams to come out here tonight and get that first win of the 2023 season and put themselves in position to have a leg up early on in the chase for one of the 4 playoff spots that are up for grabs in 13-6A. And based on what we've seen in the first couple of weeks, I think it's going to be a wide open race because we've seen some pretty surprising results already this season with the Woodlands off to an unexpected 0-2 start despite playing 2 really difficult opponents in North Shore and Lamar. You have New Caney this year, won both of their games, but a little bit closer than you would think. New Caney, the defending district champions last year. And then Willis off to a hot start at 2-0.
They have deferred to the second half.
College
Grand
Park
Oaks
wins the opening toss and
good luck and
defers.
God bless, man.
So Grand Oaks will receive it first here tonight. Sean McDowell's troops on the offensive side of the ball will see what they can do to get things started. And I'm expecting points in this matchup given the quality we have on display at the quarterback positions between Cam Montgomery for College Park and Grant Smith for Grand Oaks. Going to see the ball aired out quite a bit here tonight, with these two already being among the district leaders in passing. We expect them to stay in that top 5 throughout the district race by a pretty easy margin given the way these teams want to get down the field with the pass. Grand Oaks finding it a little bit more difficult than College Park to score points in their first couple of matchups. Last week, Grand Oaks traveled down to Pasadena to play Dobie High School, lost that game 27-10. Whereas College Park played Klein Kane, a very strong Klein Kane team right here in Woodforest Bank Stadium, and lost that by a score of 48-27. College Park has scored 42 and 27 points in its first 2 games, so showing an ability to put points on the board. They need to come out here tonight, play some defense to give their offense a chance to outscore these Grizzlies. As College Park has the ball down, ready to get this kicked off. Again, my name's Jeremy McGrill, bringing you this Conroe ISD Athletics live stream from the bank here tonight, Woodforest Bank Stadium. Thank you all for joining us. As we send the football away, we are started. Going to go over the heads of the return men. Touchback. And that was Chuck Fort on that kick for College Park, a senior. So Grant Smith and this Grizzly offense will be first to the action here with the chance to draw first on the night. Both of these teams are going to base out of the shotgun on offense, using 3+ receivers on most snaps. And that's what Grand Oaks are going to do here to start, 3 receivers. Grant Smith back into the gun, looking to get us started here tonight. He's going to throw a quick hitch out, completed, and makes nice moves by the receiver. 2 really nice moves. Going to be a first down on the first play of the game. Great catch and run by Julian Kent, a junior receiver for the Grizzlies. Impressive job after the catch. And that's the entire goal of those kind of plays. Just throw it out and make the high percentage completion, and then it's on the receiver from there to make somebody miss and just get what they can. He did a lot there, first down. Grant Smith play action, looking for the post route, or rather the fly route up the sideline to the same intended target. That was Kent again. Ball thrown out of bounds. Good aggressive start from Grand Oaks here on the first 2 plays. And we're going to expect to see this all night from both of these offenses attacking down the field. 3 receivers again in the set. Some movement
Prior to the snap, false start, number 71. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
First penalty of the night will go against Grand Oaks. Back the Grizzlies up 5 yards. Be a 2nd and 15. And Grand Oaks last year completely changed their offense from the wing tee they were running previously to the spread after about 3 or 4 games. Obviously this offseason, after they hired Coach McDowell, they've been putting in a lot of work with this shotgun offense, trying to get things up to speed, but obviously things take time. Grant Smith under pressure. College Park is going to bring him down. Smith does a good job just to gain some positive yards there and keep his team in a 3rd and manageable situation. 3rd and 10. But based on the pressure applied by College Park there, could have been more like 3rd and 20, so good job by Smith stepping up. In 3 receivers in the game for the Grizzlies. College Park defense, early opportunity to get off the field, bringing heavy pressure off the right side, forcing Smith to go to his right and just shovel pass it out to get rid of it. Going to pick up a few yards, but not enough for a first. So very good stop by the Cavalier defense to force the punt team on for Grand Oaks. Back deep for College Park to receive the punt. One of the more dangerous players in the district, senior Connor Dunphy, number 2. He will be the deeper man of the 2, back along with Tim Thomas, Jr., defensive back. Or rather, that was Jordan Stiles, a sophomore receiver, back there with Dunphy. So College Park will have their first possession starting on their own 29-yard line. So here will come Cam Montgomery in the Cav offense. I was impressed with what I saw from Montgomery last year in his sophomore season. Thought he showed a lot of growth over the course of what was a very difficult season for College Park overall. College Park, much like Grand Oaks, opening 3 receivers. Going to hand it off, reverse flea flicker. Looking for a deep post. Ball hangs up a little bit. Receiver nearly does a great job of getting underneath it. It was Jordan Stiles, the sophomore receiver. Appeared to have a step on the DB. The ball appeared to hang up in the air there for quite a bit, kind of punt style. Stiles nearly made an outstanding adjustment to that to catch it. It's a reverse flea flicker on play 1 from College Park. That's one way to start. Handoff. Just going to gain a few. It was the junior Eugene Burnett on that carry. I was also impressed with Burnett last year as a sophomore. I thought he did really well. 3rd down and 6. Montgomery's going to hard count and then pause and look to the sideline. That's Dunphy lined up in the slot. He's one of the players I'd be looking for on a play like this. Possibly on a quick slant. Going to be an option. Going to be kept by Montgomery. He's going to push forward. Going to be close to the first down. Could have a measurement. He's right on it. Nope, they're going to go ahead and wave the sticks. First down. It's a speed option there. It looked to be the design for Montgomery. He could have pitched that had it been there, but he kept it and did a good job putting his nose down. So first down, here is Montgomery. Handoff to Burnett, makes the first man miss, does a great job to plow forward for an 8-yard gain. Great job of running by Eugene Burnett. They're going to move fast 4 wide. Play blown dead as it was thrown out to Cole Snodgrass, senior tight end. Going to see 2 outstanding tight ends on both of these teams, 2 of the better players. On the north side of town, Cole Snodgrass for College Park, and then on the other side, For Grand Oaks, you're going to see number 88, Ty Roop.
Number 62 on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
One of
Still
the
second
top
down.
recruits in the Houston area is junior Ty Roop for the Grand Oaks Grizzlies, number 88. So, see, number 10 for College Park, number 88 for the Grizzlies, both huge targets, standing about 6'5", 6'6". Burnett up the middle. He's going to pick up a couple. Bring up a third down. Grand Oaks defense has allowed 294 total yards per game through their first two. Allowed 386 yards rushing and 202 passing. Four wide for College Park, back to pass. Montgomery looking over the middle, can't connect with the intended man. It's going to bring up fourth down, so two very similar opening possessions for each one of these teams. College Park going to have to punt it away. It'll be the aforementioned senior Cole Snodgrass on to punt the ball off for the Cavs. Back deep to receive for Grand Oaks is Tristan Frazier, number 9. Experienced player for the Grizzlies. Three-year starter. Snap, they're going to fake it. Take it around the left side. It's wide open for Snodgrass. He's got a lot of room. 40, 35, 30, inside the 25. Runs over a man down inside the red zone. What a job on the fake to seal the edge. Some early razzle-dazzle from College Park. They've tried a reverse flea flicker and now a fake punt. Coming out with intent to get the job done tonight. You love to see it. Snodgrass advances that fake punt all the way down to the Grand Oaks 21-yard line. Huge momentum gaining play early in this one. Split back shotgun, 3 receivers. Snodgrass in the backfield with Montgomery and Burnett. Flag.
Game. Offense. Go first down.
Yep, delay penalty, going to back College Park up 5 yards. Not the ideal way to start after a big momentum play. So they'll put the football on the 26. And the referee's whistle's working. Back to pass, Montgomery. Wide open sideline, Snodgrass caught 5, touchdown. College Park gets the first points of the night. It's the big man, Cole Snodgrass, the senior. Montgomery spots him wide open up the sideline, makes no mistake on the throw. So Snodgrass made the big play on the fake punt, finishes the drive off in the end zone. Touchdown, College Park. 7:21 on the clock in the first quarter. Chuck Fort on for the PAT. And it is good. That score will be Cavaliers 7, Grizzlies 0, and 7:21 remaining in the first. Both offenses had similar opening series. Got to about third medium and then were forced to a fourth down. But, of course, the difference for College Park, they elect to go for it and pop a wide open big gain on the run around the left side to keep that drive alive and give themselves a chance to score the early points. Perfect example of when a gamble early in the game pays off. We will see what the Grizzlies have for a response after that. College Park, ball down, ready to send it away. First kick was a touchback. See if this one is returnable. And it will be. Nice return up the middle around the left side, still on his feet. Nice little return out, but College Park eventually gets it corralled there. Gabriel Despain, a junior for Grand Oaks on that kick return. So with that return, the Grizzlies are going to start this drive on their own 27. Three receiver set for Grand Oaks. Smith, make the run, throw quick to the slot, very similar to the first play they started with. To the same receiver, Julian Kent Jr. Gain of a few yards. And those quick hit passes are essentially creative ways to run the ball, very high percentage. Handoff on the sweep, College Park all over it in the backfield. Going to be hit for a big loss. It's number 3, Devin Wallace, sophomore on that carry. Grand Oaks trying to catch College Park off guard. Pop a sweep around the left, but showing an ability to generate penetration on the front of the Cap defense there. Well done by them. Bring up a 3rd and 11. Smith steps up in the pocket, open man complete. It's going to be caught and advanced into Cap territory. Number 28, Julian Kent, been heavily involved here so far tonight. It's already his 3rd or 4th catch. 31-yard gain on that one into Cap territory. Grand Oaks doing what it needs to stay alive in the search for points to try and tie this game back up. Wallace in the backfield, now motions out. Smith's going to throw it right back to him. Swing route, Wallace caught. Ball hits the ground, but he gets right back on it. Advanced down to the 36-yard line of the Cavs. We move under the 5 minutes and 30-second mark in the second quarter. First quarter, rather, of action tonight. Play blown dead before it can get started.
Timeout. College Park. It's their first charge timeout.
College Park's going to call that timeout, their first one of the half. 5:13 remaining in the first. College Park leading 7-0 so far. For anyone first joining us, my name is Jeremy McGrail, bringing you this live action tonight from Woodforest Bank Stadium. The clear night, no rain in the area today. Might be some coming this weekend, but of course we will believe that when we see it. As I'm sure most of you are aware by now, we've done these late kickoffs these first few weeks of the season due to the record-setting heat. This may be the last week we have to do that, but we will find out when the official schedules solidify for next week. Maybe back to our normal times of 7 p.m. starts. Just really looking forward to seeing how both of these programs progress this season with their first-year head coaches, as I spoke about earlier, Sean McDowell for Grand Oaks, Kyle Coates for College Park. Here's Smith. It's a high snap, does a good job handing it off to Wallace, but hit immediately by College Park, and that's number 44 with a great stop for the Cavs. Aiden Endicott, Jr. Bring up a 3rd and 4 now. Grand Oaks has basically every option in the playbook available to it at this position on the field, so even though it's a 3rd down, it's a very manageable situation for receivers, 2 to each side. Smith's going to look to the sideline for an adjustment. He's going to call it to the offensive line now. play is blown dead again. Had a few of these
game.
fits and starts
On the
here
offense,
on both
number
teams.
11, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
College Park had a delay on their last possession as well.
Correction,
Now,
third down.
Grand Oaks hit with one. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult. 3rd and 9. Could be 2-down territory here as well, given it's too far to kick a field goal. Unless you've got an NFL kicker down there. Back to pass. Quick throw out into the flat, complete to Wallace. It's going to get the penalty yardage back almost. Bring up a 4th and 6. And of course, we would fully expect the offense to stay out, but they're actually not. It's going to be the punt team running onto the field now. From the 38-yard line of College Park. College Park's going to keep their regular defense on the field. Punt it away and try and pin College Park. It is a good punt. See what kind of bounce it takes. Going to take a favorable bounce inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. So College Park going to take over on their own 7. 93 yards away from pay dirt here. 3:50 left in the first quarter of action here tonight. Montgomery back out with the offense. Haven't seen Connor Dunphy touch the ball yet, but you know that's only a matter of time. 3 receivers in the set here for the Cavs. Montgomery is going to pass. Here's Dunphy. Completed, makes the first man miss, but good job by the Grizzly defense stacking him up before he can get loose. No gain. Because you know how dangerous Dunphy is if he gets any space in the open field. So Grand Oaks clearly read the scouting report on that man. Bring up 2nd and 10 here. Pistol set here for College Park. Going to run the ball with Burnett around the right side sweep. Again, a good job on the edge by the Grand Oaks defense. Loss of a yard. Bring up a 3rd and 11, so great job by this Grizzly defense so far. Here's where you have to be careful if you're College Park. Pinned deep like this, sometimes you've just got to get what you can and get out of trouble, but we'll see if they elect to try and catch Grand Oaks off guard by getting a little more aggressive. Montgomery back pass looking deep down the field. Throwing a post, got single coverage, can't make the connection. Like number 8, Jesse Cochran, intended receiver, senior. Bring up a 4th down, so great job by the Grizzly defense getting a 3 and out. And Grand Oaks stands to gain great field position here, pending the outcome of this punt, of course. Snodgrass is capable of booming one down into the Grand Oaks half of the field. We'll see what happens here. Will kick this time. Kicks it over the head. Out of reach of the Grand Oaks player. Going to take a huge favorable bounce for College Park all the way down to the 17. So much for that field position that I was just talking about. The main positive of that punt was that it was angled away from the return man in such a way as that he couldn't run over there and catch it. The end result is hugely favorable for the Cavs and their defense. So Grant Smith, Grizzly offense, another chance to drive it down the field and try and get some points here, tie the game up. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left in the first. Smith back to pass, looking deep up the left sideline, single coverage. Receiver tries to adjust, but just can't make the connection there. It's Preston Cloud, an impressive sophomore receiver for Grand Oaks, intended receiver. Smith had what he wanted coverage-wise there with his man singled up. Just couldn't quite make the connection. Smith complete to the flat, well covered initially by Grand Oaks. Receiver does a good job standing his ground after the first tackler misses. That's going to move the chains. First down, Grizzlers, Gabriel Despain. Seen him with his hands on the ball a couple of times here tonight so far. Oh, will be just a yard short, 3rd and 1, so no first down just yet. And Devin Wallace in the backfield alongside Smith. Going to hand off to Wallace. He's going to look for his room. He will find first down yardage off of a good effort.
Devin Wallace with a carry up to the 30-yard line. Mark at the 29, 83 on the play. Good for first down.
It's a nice little bit of quickness in the hole displayed by Wallace there to make sure he got the yardage needed for the first down. 3 receivers set for Smith here. He's going to go drop back to pass, now tuck and run around the right side, gets rid of it. But it's going to be out of bounds, incomplete.
Intended for Gabriel Despain. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 with 1:28 left in our first quarter here tonight. I encourage you to visit the website photos.conroeisd.net. Smith back on the 2nd and 10 throw, incomplete.
That's intended for number 8, Joseph Alexander.
Joseph Alexander, another sophomore receiver, was the intended target there. Smith has a couple of his fellow sophomores out at the receiver position that he'll be able to develop alongside here these next few seasons. You have to think that'll pay some serious dividends down the road. Back to pass Smith, 3rd and 10, going to throw the screen to Wallace. And College Park covers it well, forces it out of bounds. So Grand Oaks going to have to punt it away again back to the Cavaliers. 1:17 on our first quarter clock. Since Grand Oaks High School opened and the football program started doing its thing on the varsity level a few years back, some expectations that this is a program that at least eventually could have some things to say, not only in the district, maybe in the greater Houston area as a whole once they find their footing, given the potential of the area that feeds Grand Oaks High School. So that punt's going to be downed around the 27-yard line. Of course, as with anything, program development takes time. So Coach McDowell and his staff no doubt hard at work trying to get the foundation in place and impart all the things that they want onto their Grizzly football players as they try and establish their culture in this program. Again, Coach McDowell, very successful down at Richmond Foster, spent over a decade there. Coached some extremely talented players like C.D. Lamb, might have heard of him. Burnett carries it around the right side, stays on his feet, spinning for a first down. Great effort on that run. First down, Cavs. There's a lot of talent down in Fort Bend County, and Coach McDowell got to work with some of the best. So I'm very curious to see what he can do with this Grand Oaks program. Run around the left side, finding space. Now here's Burnett up the sideline, inside midfield, down to the 40, down to about the 30-70-yard line of Grand Oaks. Actually going to mark him out at the 39. So Burnett hit the edge there and got into all kinds of space. It's the Cavs showing signs of life now in the running game, breaking the big gain. Three receivers in the set for College Park. It's Montgomery right back to the well with Burnett, but this time Grand Oaks says, you're not going anywhere. Going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. And just as I was talking about, or similar to what I was talking about with Grand Oaks, Coach Kyle Coates coming into this College Park program after I thought Lonnie Madison did a good job for the Cavaliers in his stint at the program before taking the job at Bridgeland over this past offseason. Coates has some good, talented young players to work with to get his tenure started. As they run around the left side with Snodgrass, late flag comes in from behind the play. Head official threw that flag, so we'll see what's going on here. Not typically going to be great news for the offense. Could be a hold. We'll wait on the official word, see if that's what he saw. That'll end the first quarter, so we're going to flip ends of the field here before coming back for the second quarter. And
holding, number 73 on offense. Being that was the last play of the quarter, the penalty will be marked off and we will change into the field. Into the first quarter.
And unfortunately for the Cavs, that penalty will go against them, 10 yards on the hold. It's about a 5-yard gain by Snodgrass. But the hold spotted from right around the line of scrimmage is going to back him up to a 2nd and 18 once play resumes here in the second quarter, with College Park still leading 7-0. Finish my thoughts on Coach Coates for College Park. Winning a state championship with the DeSoto Eagles out of Dallas-Fort Worth area last year. That was a 6A Division II state championship that Coates and DeSoto won over Austin Vandegrift. It was DeSoto's second state title as a program. And I believe Coates, prior to this job, has spent his entire career up in the DFW area. So coming down to the Houston area in College Park, a first for him. In last year's exception notwithstanding, this College Park program's done a great job of improving and just showing some signs of consistency in terms of being in the discussion at the top of the district and making the playoffs. As Montgomery drops back to pass, heavy rush up the middle by Grand Oaks. Montgomery stands tough, gets rid of it, but picked off. Tip drill on the interception. Interception, College Park, or Grand Oaks, what a play. Late flag comes in at the end. On the interception for Grand Oaks was number 20, Simon Smith, the senior. Not sure if we'll have a taunt at the end of the play. Unsportsmanlike, perhaps. We'll wait and get the official call. But it was thrown well after the interception.
We have a sideline warning.
Oh, sideline warning?
Sideline warning, Grand Oaks.
It's like the referees got the Grizzlies sideline for being a little over-enthusiastic. And who can blame them after that interception? So no penalty yardage marked off, just the warning first time. So big momentum play for Grand Oaks. Going to flip possession. They're going to start the drive on their own 38. So Grant Smith and company back out. Devin Wallace, sophomore, is going to be back in the backfield with Smith. 4 wide receivers. Going to motion across with 1. Smith going to throw the quick hitch. Caught by the receiver, but his knee was down. Going to be a loss of about 3 yards.
Pass complete to number 12, Grayson Smith. They'll mark it down to the 35-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play, brings up second down.
2nd and 13 after that loss on first. Four receivers for Grand Oaks here, 2 to each side. Smith going to fake the handoff, back to pass. Throws a bullet, caught. Great job by the receiver fighting and gets the first down yardage. Impressive effort by number 19, Jordan Goodwin, a junior.
Pass complete to number 19, Jordan Goodwin, who takes it up to the 49-yard line. 8 of 14 on the play, good for Grizzly, first down.
Just really impressive arm strength by Smith there as he back to pass again. Quick pass out into the flat to number 12, Grayson Smith. Senior, going to gain about 4 or 5 yards. So Grand Oaks into College Park territory now.
8 of 4 on the play, brings up second down.
Grand Oaks using these quick throws to try and throw off the pressure that Cavaliers have been able to bring up front so far here tonight. Smith back to pass, looking for single coverage up the near sideline. Has his man complete. 5. He's going to be tackled at the 1. That is number 4, Preston Cloud, the sophomore receiver. Grant Smith, perfect throw. Exactly what they're looking for on that play, getting singled up with the receiver having a step on the DB. Smith drops it in perfectly. They're going to move quick. Wallace up the middle. Touchdown, Grizzlies, 7-6 ball game. 10:19 left in the second quarter after that touchdown by the Grizzlies. Shep Jinks. Junior kicker, PAT is good. Very nice response from Grand Oaks to tie this football game up at 7 apiece. I know it's very early days in 13-6A play, being the first district game for both of these teams, but these are the kind of results that can determine tiebreakers for playoff spots when it comes to the Week 10 time frame, when we're trying to break down all the scenarios for who's going to get one of the 4 available playoff spots. And I truly believe with the state of the district this year being so unpredictable, given the early results that we've seen, that it's a wide open race for the playoff spots, so you have to pay very close attention to the results from games like this. And of course, the way the playoffs work in the state of Texas, of the top 4 qualifying teams from each district, the 2 largest enrollment schools are seeded into Division I, and then the 2 lower enrollment schools of the 4 qualifying teams go to the Division II bracket. Grand Oaks and College Park are very similar in size. Grand Oaks with an enrollment of 3,334 students. And College Park turned in an enrollment of 3,259 students. So both would have chances of going Division I should they get one of the top 4 playoff spots. However, Conroe High and the Woodlands are the two largest schools in the district, so they would need at least one of those two to miss out on the top four in order to go Division I. And if you look at the way the UIL aligns the teams and you think maybe enrollment doesn't make sense, you're right, because not all districts around the state of Texas are created equal in terms of the enrollments. There's Burnett around the left side, busts into space. He's having a lot of success around that left side now. It's his second big gain around that side into Grand Oaks territory with just one carry is Burnett. Like ever since the UIL instituted the Division I and Division II format back in 1990, we end up with these funny scenarios every year where several teams in Division II are larger than those in Division I. As Montgomery fakes the handoff, throws a flat route complete to Snodgrass. Nice positive yards play. That's a really difficult play for the defense to deal with. Yeah, a lot of whistles. Did not see the flag come in, but there is one on the far side of the field. Would be well away from where the play action went, which was around the right side.
The ball crossed the line of scrimmage, therefore it was a forward pass. And we have an ineligible man downfield on the offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, second down.
The offensive linemen hate having calls like that go against them. They get an ineligible man downfield. Yes, they're saying he was a little too eager to go block out ahead of the reception there. Always a tricky one to time and get just right with regard to the positioning. Bring up 1st and 15 ball right on the 50. 9:31 in the second quarter. Quick throw out to the right. Dunphy makes first man miss. Grand Oaks has been alive to his threats so far. They've thrown 2 balls to Dunphy, but he hasn't been able to get much positive going with it. I think he has 2 catches for about a yard or 2 now so far. Cavs will want to find more ways to get him loose. Dunphy off to an electric start so far this season statistically. Montgomery throws a bullet out to the right, incomplete, goes through the hands of his intended receiver. It's Jesse Cochran intended on that. Connor Dunphy actually leading the district in receiving, both receptions and yards and touchdowns through the first couple of games with 13 catches, 342 yards and 5 touchdowns coming into this game with a long touchdown catch of 82 yards, which is the longest touchdown of anyone in the district so far on offense. 3rd and 14. Just going to hand it off to Burnett around the right side. Nearly gets loose, but going to be forced out around the 41-yard line despite a very good carry. On the tackle, doing a great job for Grand Oaks is number 18, Jackson DeGeorge, a junior, getting a hold of Burnett because he was the only one there to tackle him for a second before help was able to rally to the ball. College Park going to keep the offense on the field. They've already faked a punt tonight, so now they're just going to keep the offense out. Montgomery back to pass. Nowhere to go. Has a man out in the flat. He's going to find him. Burnett over his head, though. Incomplete, so it's going to be a turnover on downs back to the Grizzlies. 8:09 left in the second quarter. Big stop. Grizzlies gaining a lot of momentum here on the last couple of series, both with their offense and defense. See if they can continue to capitalize here. Of course, on the last Grand Oaks series, it was a connection from Smith to Cloud, sophomore to sophomore, that set up their touchdown. Smith back pass here. Forrest talks a nifty throw out to Wallace on the left side. Wallace is going to catch it, be down inside the 30. They're actually going to spot him down at the 31. There's the flag down. Not typically good news for the offense, but we'll await the call. It's thrown way back near the line of scrimmage, and everybody's walking back. This is a very good play by Smith, but are they going to call him over the line, perhaps?
Illegal forward pass on the quarterback. He was across the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball. 5-yard penalty, lost it down from the previous spot. Second down.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to call. They're saying Smith had gone past the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball, so double whammy of erasing a big gain and also loss of down, 2nd and 14. Heavy pressure applied by College Park. They're going to sack Smith for a loss. Great job by the Cab defense to swallow him up there. Bring up 3rd and 15.
That's a loss of 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Four wide receivers in the game for the Grizzlies. Smith hard counts. Now takes the snap. Was looking for Wallace in the flat. Couldn't connect. Bring up a 4th down. 7:21 to go until half. Score still tied at 7 apiece. A very competitive, entertaining football game for you here tonight. Hope you're enjoying the action so far. Again, we encourage you to visit our Conroe ISD Athletics social media presence, YouTube and Twitter, Instagram at Conroe ISD Sports. Of course, also on YouTube, you can just search Conroe ISD Athletics and pull up the channels for both Wood Forest Bank Stadium and Moorhead. This flag comes in before that punt can get away. Got some great action coming your way in the district this
Offsides
week.
On the defense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Of course, we got our game here tonight, and then tomorrow night right here at the bank, we've got the Woodlands versus Oak Ridge. Game should be pretty interesting given the Woodlands' surprising start to the season at 0-2, and Oak Ridge getting their first win of the year last week. See if the War Eagles can make it interesting in that one. So Grand Oaks going to have that one partially blocked. College Park's going to field it. They will recover and have the ball at the 36-yard line of Grand Oaks, so another big momentum play generated by the special teams unit of the Cavaliers. Successfully faked a punt earlier for a big gain by Snodgrass, and now blocking a punt. These are occasions where the offense must score a touchdown. You have to take advantage. Of course, tomorrow night, the Woodlands at Oak Ridge right here. And then up at Moorhead, we'll have Caney Creek at Conroe. Caney Creek off to a 2-0 start, as well as Conroe. And then we have Willis at New Caney. Back to pass, Montgomery looking for the post. Wide open man. It's going to be caught and down. That is number 1, Jordan Stiles, sophomore receiver on the catch. Was open for a touchdown if he could have kept his feet, but regardless, big first down gain inside the red zone of the Grizzlies, down to the 15-yard line. Handoff Burnett right side. Tries to put his foot in the ground and get upfield, but well covered by the Grizzly defense. Gonna gain just a couple.
Eugene Burnett with the carry. Tackle on the play by number 18, Jackson DeGeorge for the Grizzlies.
And Cleveland is the off team in the district. They have a bye this week. So again, the other games in addition to ours here tonight, the Woodlands at Oak Ridge here tomorrow, Caney Creek at Conroe, and Willis at New Caney. Willis at New Caney will be a very interesting game. 3 receivers here, split backfield. Showing the sweep to Burnett, pulls it. Now Montgomery's going to try and get what he can on the scramble. Going to go down inside the 10. Fall down around the 7.
Down to the 7-yard line.
Bring up 3rd and short.
6-yard gain of the play. That'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 2 officially. So we near the 5.5-minute mark to go until half. Snodgrass motioning into the backfield, taking the direct snap. Trying to sneak ahead, and he has the first down yardage.
And Montgomery with a carry down to the 5-yard line.
It's a nice creative way to do a sneak.
First down.
So 1st and goal for the Cavs, looking to take back the lead after Grand Oaks was able to tie up the score at 7 apiece. You hand off Burnett up the middle, but great job by the Grizzly defense. On the tackle, number 34, Brandon Moylan Jr. for Grand Oaks.
Tackle on the backfield by number 34, Brandon Moylan for the Grizzlies. That's going to be a loss of 1 on the play, brings up 2nd down.
Again, handoff Burnett up the middle, makes man miss, touchdown. The Cavs have the lead back. Eugene Burnett going in for his 2nd touchdown of the night. 13-7 on the scoreboard in favor of College Park pending the PAT. 4:15 to go until half. The kick is good, taking the score to 14-7 in favor of College Park. Plenty of time for Grand Oaks to try and respond here before half. And College Park getting a short field thanks to that blocked punt, and they make no mistakes taking advantage of the gift from their special teams. It's the 2nd gift of the night this Cavalier offense has been given by their special teams efforts. Right here tomorrow night, you'll have David Laney on the call for that Woodlands versus Oak Ridge game, and then up at Moorhead, you'll have Jackson Cochran calling the Caney Creek and Conroe game. Ball falls off the tee. Got a little more wind here tonight than what we've had the first couple of weeks. Flags whipping around pretty good here in the evening breeze. Pooch is going to hit the turf. Grand Oaks got to be really careful with that. College Park has a chance to fall on it. Look like they're on it. And it is Cavalier football. Great job by the kicking team to land that ball in the open grass. Grand Oaks did not have a player in the area to try and field that. It's a huge turn of momentum in favor of the Cavaliers with this recovery, provided they can punch it in. 3 huge special teams plays in the game for College Park already.
It'll be Cavalier ball at the 16-yard line. First down.
Here comes Montgomery right back out onto the field for the Cavs. Going to fake the handoff, throw quick to the slot. That's Dunphy, makes the first man miss. Pinballs inside, touchdown, College Park. Dunphy does enough to get across the goal line, and there he is. He's had a couple of catches so far tonight for minimal gains, and then they hit him on the slant for that one. He makes no mistake punching the ball across the goal line. That's what he does. Scores touchdowns. Connor Dunphy with his 6th receiving touchdown of the season already in just 3 games. Looking like he wants top district honors this year with the production he's got so far. Flag is down.
Extra point attempt by Chuck Forte is good.
See if that penalty gets waved off.
Offsides on the defense. The point was good, but they have elected to take. So the penalty will be and it'll be one more time for the try.
So despite making the PAT, it looks like we're going to redo things here, and maybe College Park is going to go for 2 now. It looks like the offense is coming back out. So the Cavaliers had converted that PAT for 21 points, despite the offsides by the Grizzlies, but Coach Coates and company wanting more here. They're like, we'll take the penalty and we're going to go for 2. We'll see what they dial up here. Montgomery going to roll right and throw. Wide open, Dunphy complete. 2-point conversion. Late flag comes in, however. Let's see if it stands.
Penalty flag on the play.
It was well executed by College Park, but they might have done
Pass
something.
interference on the offense.
Offensive
Number
pass
18,
interference.
pick play. Penalty will be 15 yards from the previous spot, and they will retry the down.
And a pick. Rare that that's ever called, but they got him there for a 15-yarder. Massive penalty. College Park may have to try and just kick that PAT again here. I guess that's why they say never take points off the board. Clean snap and kick. And it's going to be good. So after all that, we finally have a PAT up on the board. So it'll be College Park 21, Grand Oaks 7, 4:08 to go until half. Again, huge momentum turn in the Cavs' favor after some massive plays via their special teams, 3 on the night. And all 3 have led to touchdowns. It's a very important moment in the game for Grand Oaks to keep their head. Not let this get any further away. Need to put a drive together, of course, on this series to keep College Park from getting the ball right back. These are those tenuous moments in the game that you look back on as a coach when your team is put under stress to see how they react. And that's the position that the Grizzlies are in right now. I mean, another poke ball's going to hit the turf yet again, but this time fielded by Grand Oaks. Always dicey when those kickoffs are allowed to hit the turf. You never know where that thing's going to go. But in this case, they secure the ball, so Grand Oaks will be starting this possession from about their own 32-yard line, it looks like. 4 minutes exactly to go until half. Grand Oaks has all 3 timeouts remaining. College Park having 2 timeouts in the pocket after using 1. Plenty of time for Grand Oaks. Smith going to take the handoff, quick throw out to Cloud, caught across the 40, close to a first down. Going to be a couple of yards short, 8-yard gain, good positive play. Second and 2 play, handoff to Wallace, has space, first down easy across the 50, inside the 40, still on his feet, cut inside, 25, he's going all the way, 10, 5, touchdown Grizzlies, Devin Wallace, what a run. What a run. The Grizzlies say the game is still on, 21-13. Exactly what they needed. .3:15 on the clock after that very impressive touchdown run from Devin Wallace. Shep Jenks tacks on the extra point, junior kicker, 21-14. For anyone who is planning ahead, Grand Oaks received the opening kick here tonight, so College Park would get the ball back to start the third quarter. Of course, plenty of time to go yet until half. We've had 3 touchdowns scored in this game in the last minute and a half. Grando's going to pooch this one. Well caught by the College Park return man. Not an easy ball to catch. And that was Jax Lamberti, a senior tight end on that catch for the Cavs. Going to set up shop for Montgomery at the 33-yard line, his own 33. Again, plenty of time to work with for this offense. Cap's done a good job lately of getting Burnett going in the running game. I'd pay close attention to Cole Snodgrass here, the tight end. It's been a minute since they've looked his way. Here is Burnett, tackled in the backfield. Great tackle there. It's number 17, Joshua Tang, for Grand Oaks junior linebacker. Grand Oaks has really done a pretty good job defensively here tonight, been put in a couple of really bad situations, again, because of the 3 massive special teams plays that College Park's been able to make tonight. But other than that, there's not a whole lot wrong with this defensive performance by Grand Oaks as Dunphy catches that one, makes first man miss, still on his feet. Great effort after the catch, close to a first down, going to be about a yard short though. Dunphy starting to make his presence felt out on the field, showing why he's one of the very best players this district has to offer. Missed most of last season due to injury, so good to see him healthy and back to his best this season. In College Park and Grand Oaks
Out. College Park.
were easily the two most
First
snake-bitten
start
teams in the
timeout.
district a year ago. Not even close. 2:23 on the clock until half again. Timeout situation, 1 remaining now for College Park after they just used 1, and 3 remaining for Grand Oaks.
Cavalier ball thrown 42-yard line. 3rd down.
Three receivers in the set for Montgomery. He's going to look to the sideline for an adjustment. 3rd and 1. Speed option pitch. Plenty of room around the edge for Burnett to exploit for an easy first down into Grand Oaks territory. Just across the 50 down to the 49-yard line of the Grizzlies. Well executed speed option by Montgomery there. Read the pitch perfectly. Back to pass, flushed immediately, but plenty of space up the middle to scramble before a shoestring tackle stops him from achieving a bigger gain. I believe that was Joshua Tang on the tackle. Second and 6, minute and a half to go. 4 wide for Montgomery. Looking deep, poster out, man open, caught. That is Snodgrass down to the 12-yard line of Grand Oaks. 11-yard line is where that'll be spotted. I was looking for Snodgrass to get a ball thrown his way, and there it was. Handoff. Burnett right side. Just get inside the 10 down to the 9. In last year, in his sophomore year, I was really impressed with what I saw from Burnett as a youngster. Still a youngster, but a year more experienced. Now a veteran of the varsity game, along with Montgomery. Both learned via trial by fire a year ago. Now adjusting to a new coaching staff in their second seasons on varsity. Montgomery, very cool customer at quarterback. Just never appears rattled out there. Very smooth operator.
After a gain of 2 on that last play of the Cavalier ball, the Grizzlies 10-yard line. 2nd down.
Back to pass, Montgomery under some pressure. Flushes out, wide open receiver caught. Touchdown, that is Connor Dunphy yet again. Touchdown number 2 on the night for Dunphy. His 7th of the season receiving. And Montgomery was put under heavy pressure there. Kept his eyes down the field and spotted a wide open Dunphy in the end zone. Big score to extend the lead. 27-14 pending this PAT. Kick is up and good. Moving the score to College Park 28, Grand Oaks 14, 37 seconds remaining until half. Again, College Park will get the ball first in the third quarter. They won and deferred the opening toss, so Grand Oaks got their hands on the ball first. We thank everyone who's joined us tonight on this broadcast. Encourage you to subscribe to both the channels for Wood Forest Bank Stadium and Moorhead on the Conroe ISD Athletics YouTube channel. Hit that like button for us on this live stream as you're watching it now or watching it back later on. Hope you're enjoying this kickoff to 13-6A action. Hard to believe we are now to the games that count for the playoffs, but we are here. Getting a little toe poke kickoff. Grand Oaks going to field it cleanly. Well covered by the Cavaliers. It's Tristan Frazier catching that ball for the Grizzlies. Grant Smith and company will set up on their own 30. Smith, of course, seeing significant action on this team a year ago. Operated this Grizzly offense in a platoon with Christian Nunley. Nunley is now a junior starter at Conroe High School and is doing very well, helping the Conroe Tigers off to a 2-0 start so far up there. Now Smith has this job all to himself this season. Motion out of the backfield, going to throw the swing pass complete to Wallace around the left side. Going to gain a few, get out of bounds. 26 seconds. See if Grand Oaks can find a matchup they like in one-on-one. Be looking at a player like Preston Cloud here, I would think. See if they can get him in a favorable downfield matchup to at least give him a chance. It's the fake. He is looking over the middle, caught by Cloud. Cloud's going to make the first man miss, go down. They're going to use a timeout. Stop the clock with 19 seconds. Nope, they're going to wind it. They haven't called a timeout yet. Surprisingly, they've got 3. Now they're going to run up the middle. This Wallace has some space across midfield, makes a man miss. Inside the 50. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2.
Halftime.
And they're just going to let it go to half. So, a bit surprisingly, Grand Oaks not using any of their 3 timeouts. Going to go into halftime with College Park leading by a score of 28-14 over Grand Oaks. Very entertaining first half. We hope you all stick around for halftime. Watch these performances of the band and drill teams. Enjoy what these student athletes have done with their hard work. And then come back and join us for what figures to be an equally exciting second half. Don't go anywhere. We will be back after the half. Enjoy the festivities.
Ladies and gentlemen, performance tonight for your viewing pleasure for the award-winning programs of the College Park Cavalier Marching Band, College Park Cavaliers, and our featured twirler, J.C. Conway, under the coaching of Patty Mickey and Kaylee Mickey McIntosh. Woodlands College Park High School is proud to present the award-winning Cavaliers. Cavalier officers are Major Addison Phelps, Lieutenant Majors Victoria Connolly and Ellie Davenport, Senior Lieutenant Marley Miller, Junior Lieutenants Haley Harrell, Lily Matthews, and Maddie Matthews. The social officers are President Karis Bryant, Vice President Trinity Sears, Social Media Chair Eleanor Kelly, Spirit Chair Zoe Finley, Secretary Lexa Nichols, and new member liaisons Reagan Davenport and Kayla Sickles. Our Rookie of the Week is Mary Kate Hensley. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Selena Song. And the Revelator of the Week is Grace Putman. Revelators on direction of Miss Allison Lauer and Anna Hardy. Tonight, the Revelators performing their halftime palm routine to Mr. Brightside. Take it away, Revelators. Ladies and gentlemen, now forming on the Wood Forest Stadium field is a mighty Cavalier Marching Band. Award-winning Cavalier Band under director Mr. Jeff Goring. Assistant Band Director is Mr. Aaron Owens. Percussion Director is Mr. Rob Zavala. And the Color Guard Director is Mr. Lucas Bash. Your Cavalier drum majors are Paige Crosby, Elizabeth Dillard, Claire Jones, and James Tooley. Our section of the week is our percussion section. Tonight, our band is excited to show you parts 1, 2, and 3 of our 2023 show titled 404 Not Found. And now, get ready to enjoy a great show. It's time to watch these great young men and women perform for you the sights and sounds of the award-winning
Nicole Wong, and President Matty Brown. The Royal Pride Sergeants are Sam Biondo, Sydney Biondo, Risa Kiefer, Amy Pinochet, Kenley Provo, and Alana Walton. Spirit Girl of the Week is Carly Rogers. Dancer of the Week is Caitlin Ward. Faculty member of the week is Nicole Guillory. The Royal Pride dance officers are Lieutenant Reese Garza, Lieutenant Maddie Melcher, Senior Lieutenant Faith Boudreau, First Lieutenant Maddie Esquivel, and Captain Alexa Miner. The Royal Pride drill team is under the direction of Hannah Gassett and Catherine Fraser. We hope you enjoy their jazz routine too, Holiday.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Please welcome to the field the Grand Oaks High School Grizzly Marching Band. The Grand Oaks High School Marching Band is under the direction of Mike Slate, Jessica Calvin, Percussion Director Jacob Morales, Color Guard Director Trace Brown, and twirling coach Sue Young. The band is under the field direction of Head Drum Major Alice Demaro, Senior Drum Major Caitlin Faddis, Senior Drum Major Sean Ferrara, and Junior Drum Major Emma Stone. The Color Guard is under the leadership of Captains Haley Garcia, Leon Ramos, and Gabriel Clark. The Grand Oaks Grizzly Twirler is Emma Mate. This evening, the band will perform the first and second movements of their 2023 production, Pearlescent. We hope you enjoy. Grizzly Band section of the week is the trumpet. Band member of the week is Mackenzie Haney. Freshman of the week is Nathaniel Sheff. Guard member of the week is Princess Richmond. And percussion member of the week is Caleb Schultz.
We'd like to welcome everyone back from the halftime performances. We have both teams back out onto the field here, ready to get the second half going. As we run some of the first half highlights for you. Entertaining first half of action that saw College Park take a 28-14 lead into half. Cavaliers will get the ball back first to start the second half after winning and deferring the opening toss. As you watch some of their more successful plays as Eugene Burnett takes that touchdown in. Really the biggest plays that College Park made in that first half, 3 humongous special teams play, this being one of them on a recovered kickoff, which they promptly go and punch in here. Connor Dunphy doing a good job spinning into the end zone off contact. 2 touchdowns in the first half for Dunphy. Grand Oaks would not go quietly into the night as the sophomore Devin Wallace makes an incredible 60-plus yard TD run here, showing his quickness and speed.
Coming out of the tunnel in the second half, the College Park Cavaliers. And coming out of the tunnel in the south end zone,
See College Park setting up their final touchdown of the half, hitting the big pass to Snodgrass there over the middle. Now setting up this scramble and toss from Montgomery to Dunphy. That was his second touchdown catch, 7 on the year in 2.5 games. That's pretty good. We've got both teams back out onto the field. We're seconds away from the start of our second half of action in 13-6A district action. It all counts towards the state playoffs now. And this is one of those games that you could look back on in week 10 and see it as one of the big determining results in the district race. So I was saying in the first half, I really think 13-6A is wide open for those 4 playoff spots. So the Woodlands not quite where we expected them to be after a couple of games. Jury out on New Caney in their second season in 6A. Get a good litmus test of New Caney against Willis tomorrow night. Yeah, my name is Jeremy McGrail, bringing you this action live from Wood Forest Bank Stadium here tonight.
Excuse me, please reset the clock. Thank you.
Of course, in addition to our game here tonight, right back here tomorrow night, we'll have the Woodlands against Oak Ridge, and then up at Moorhead, Caney Creek at Conroe, and then Willis will visit New Caney. So we get a toe poke kickoff from Grand Oaks that'll go out of bounds. So really self-explanatory, but humongous opening series for the Grizzly defense here to come out and get a stop.
On the kicking team, by rule, College Park is elected to take the ball 5 yards in advance of this out-of-bounds spot. Down.
So College Park going to take penalty yardage. Start first possession of the second half from their own 36-yard line as Cam Montgomery, the junior quarterback, comes back out after a successful first half. Just does a really nice job of executing the offense overall. Doesn't try and play hero ball. 3 receivers in the set. Going to hand it to Burnett up the middle. Going to spin forward about 7 or 8 yards. Good positive play to start.
After the 43-yard line, gain of 7 on the play brings up second down.
Going to move quick. Montgomery going to pass to the bubble. Dunphy catches it, makes a move inside. First down and more inside the 50, 45, 40. Still on his feet all the way down to the 38-yard line of Grand Oaks. He doesn't need much, just a little space, and he can do a lot of damage. Had a quiet start to the game tonight, but has heated up considerably since then. As we cut away briefly so a player can receive some attention down on the field. You know, as I was saying, I think Dunphy, his first 2 catches of the night, only produced about a yard or 2. But since then, he has found space and scored 2 touchdowns and then converting a nice first down right there, showing why he's one of the most talented players that 13-6A has to offer. College Park make a really big statement of intent here if they can take this drive down, finish it off with points. Grand Oaks battling hard in that first half to stay in the game, not going away. Again, 3 of the 4 touchdowns for the Cavaliers coming as a result. The big momentum special teams plays. So as play resumes, we have 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Grand Oaks College Park on the move. Back to pass, Montgomery looking deep. Buying all kinds of time. Now he's just going to scramble and get what he can. Good job of covering downfield by the Grizzlies. Still a nice pickup for Montgomery. Going to carry it for about 5 or 6 yards. Set up 2nd and 5. Montgomery going to go straight ahead to Burnett here. Going to pick up a few, bring up a 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. Line to gain for the first down is the 28, and the ball will be spotted exactly at the 30-yard line here. And College Park going to move fast. Burnett again up the middle, going to have first down yardage. Down to the 26. Chains will move. Nice opening drive of this 3rd quarter so far for the Cavaliers. And stay in the 3 receiver set with Snodgrass in as the tight end to the strong side of the field. Handoff. Burnett going to try it the right side, stacked up by College Park defenders. Good job stringing that out. Finishing on the tackle, Grayson Smith, a senior. Play both ways for this Grand Oaks team, offense and defense. Set up 2nd and 12, so it was a 2-yard loss. Jaden Nagoli is going to sub in at running back now. Junior running back. Back to pass, Montgomery under heavy pressure up the middle. Going to go down for a sack. Well done by the Grizzly defense. It's Brandon Moylan, junior linebacker, on that sack for Grand Oaks. Set up a 3rd and 18. Four receiver set for Montgomery. Drop back again, pressure applied up the middle. Going to roll to the right, complete pass into the flat. Going to be a big gain up inside the 20. Going to be close to a first down. Jaden Nagoli with the catch. Very close to the marker. 17-yard gain effectively. There is a flag down that I didn't notice until late. So we'll see what the call is here in a second.
There's no flag on the play.
Flag waved off. Much ado about nothing. Ogoli remains in the game here at running back for College Park. Looks like we'll have a four receiver set for College Park here. Rather, 3 receivers and a tight end. Get a hand to a goalie up the middle. Nice cut back to the right. Good job trying to find the space. Has the first down, no problem. The chains will move as the ball is down to the 12-yard line of Grand Oaks. Methodical drive here by the Cavaliers to open the third quarter. Be the perfect outcome if they can punch it in. Previously, this is where College Park looked for Dunphy. Like hand again to a goalie. And a reminder, follow at Connor ISD Sports on all of the social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Follow all the action. Subscribe to the YouTube channels for both Woodforest Bank Stadium and Moorhead. Hit us with those subscribes and likes on all the live streams as we cut away again briefly so some attention can be given on the field. I feel like these later kickoffs have really helped some of the conditioning and cramp type situations that we tend to see early in the season. I feel like the 8 o'clock move has been a very good one that's been made in light of the record heat that we've been seeing all over the state of Texas here for the last, seems like, 3 years. It's only been 3 months. Looking forward to that first actual cold front coming through in about mid-October is usually when we get hit with that, but all bets are off this year. Team's just about ready to resume action. Been talking a lot tonight about how open I feel like 13-6A play is going to be this year. And I strongly believe the results of this weekend will prove that out as we really get into it here with some nice matchups all around. 3 receiver pistol set for College Park. Straight handoff back up the middle to a goalie. Good positive gain. He's done a nice job since subbing into the game, both on the ground and through the air on that screen. Rather, it was a catch in the flat.
We have an injury timeout on the field.
We'll cut away again briefly here. It'll be a 3rd and 5 for College Park when we come back. Ball on the 8-yard line of Grand Oaks. Just have a very strong suspicion that the 4 playoff spots in 13-6A are fully up for grabs this year. So I am not sure if New Caney is going to be able to repeat the great success that they had last year in winning the district. In the Woodlands, we've seen kind of sputter out of the gate to start. See if they can recover right here tomorrow night against Oak Ridge. Encourage you to join David Laney on that call tomorrow night right here. Should be a very interesting game to watch matchup-wise. That athletic, very talented defensive front for Oak Ridge going against the Woodlands offense that likes to get down the field and make big plays. It's College Park resuming action here from the pistol. Back to pass. Montgomery looking over the middle. Slant route just too high for his man. Yep, Sebastian Montoya, junior receiver, intended man there, bringing up 4th down. Field goal team's going to come out. Looked like they had what they wanted positioning-wise with the receiver getting inside of the DB like he's supposed to, inside and underneath. But just couldn't connect with the throw being a touch high. So Chuck Fort is going to come on, senior. Kick is up and good. So success on the opening drive, a long opening drive from College Park. Take up about half of the third quarter, actually. And they'll move the lead to 31-14 over Grand Oaks. 6:12 remaining in the third after that impressive opening drive that ends in points for the Cavs. Grand Oaks has the type of offense that can score quickly. So no need to panic. They can run what they normally do. They just have to find a way to hit a couple more of the big plays that we saw them get in the first half through the likes of Devin Wallace and Preston Cloud, 2 sophomores. Got some very young players in positions of importance all across this team for the Grizzlies. Just earning that experience and hoping that as they continue to get varsity action under their belt, that'll pay dividends for this program. So I have the feeling with Grand Oaks, the teams in 13-6A better get their shots in now, because this is a program that's going to be heard from at some point. In my opinion, just a matter of time. So pooch kick from College Park, going to hit the turf again. They're going to have a chance at this. Not sure who got on it. College Park's already recovered one like that tonight. Looks like Grand Oaks may have secured that. And they have. But just really creative, cheeky kickoffs from the Cavalier kicker. He's doing a great job just finding that green space and making everybody hold their breath. As Grant Smith comes out once again to lead this Grand Oaks offense. 3 receivers set. Smith, quick throw out to the right, complete. Will be caught, close to a first down. That's number 19, Jordan Goodwin, junior receiver. Mentioned Ty Roop as being one of the best young players in the district earlier. Does not appear to be involved here tonight. Do not see number 88 out there. One of the best players in the Houston area for his class. Get another completed pass out to the right. Same man. Goodwin with his second consecutive reception. Going to move the chains. Smith and the Grizzlies move the ball out to the 45. I have spotted Roop on the sideline just now. He's wearing street clothes in his jersey. Hope we can see him in action at some point. Down the line. Smith going to fake it and throw a quick pass into the slot. A little bit of traffic. It's going to be complete to number 83. Gabriel Despain, been involved a few times here tonight. Another junior.
That's complete to number 83, Gabriel Despain, out to the 48-yard line. 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up the second down.
Second and 7. Smith back to pass, looking deep. Pressure applied up the middle. Going to roll to the right. Great job of quarterback play, complete. Inside the 30, down to about the 25. To number 33, that is Roan Brawley, senior tight end. Great catch and run, and a great job of quarterbacking by Smith. Keep himself alive. There was heavy pressure applied up the middle there by the Cavs. Smith smartly evading and then finding his open receiver. First down deep into Cap territory. Smith on the handoff to Wallace around the right side. Heavy hit there. Well done by number 4, Marco Beltran, sophomore DB for College Park. Impressive tackle.
1 on the play. Brings up second down.
Devin Wallace has already proven tonight just how talented he is with the 60-plus yard touchdown run he had earlier. Electric run. Smith back to pass, looking over the middle, wants the post route. Receiver's open but overthrown. Looking for number 4, Preston Cloud, fellow sophomore.
That's going to bring up third down.
Be 3rd and 8 on the down and distance. Line to gain is the 16-yard line for the first down. About 4:40 on the clock here in the third. As College Park took a big chunk out of the third quarter with their opening drive going down for a field goal. Smith fakes, going to look to the sideline, accurate throw, first down. Complete again to number 19, Goodwin. This is the junior receiver, Jordan Goodwin's 3rd catch on this drive. As they move inside the College Park 10 down to the 9, knocking it on the door, and they want to move fast. It's going to be Wallace going to make a big first cut out to the left side, tied up by College Park. Is going to be taken down for a slight loss as forward progress is stopped around the 10. College Park not letting Wallace get loose this time.
Ball started at the 11-yard line. Also 2 on the play. Brings up second down.
Second and 11 to go. They're going to be a timeout on the field. Smith wants to talk things over with the coaching staff, make sure they've got the right play. Have to take advantage of absolutely every snap now, being down by 17 points. Time starting to work against you a little bit in the game. Punch it in here, right back in it. So no panic required. I spoke a moment ago about how I feel like the Grand Oaks program, just a matter of time before they make their presence felt in this district. I feel like there's a ton of potential in the area given the neighborhoods that are feeding their beautiful high school campus and the building that can still occur out there where they're located along Grand Parkway east of 45. Porter, right down the road from Grand Oaks, growing rapidly as well. Flag comes in. Impressive arm from the head official. Now it's Wallace again on the carry. Not much of a gain there. Maybe a yard, pending the flag, but could be backing up. Thrown in the area of a hold.
Face mask, number 23 on the defense.
But instead, face mask on the defense, going the way of Grand Oaks.
Allowed to stay in the game due to the fact it was a foul.
So that will help the Grizzlies quite a bit when it comes to finishing this drive. They'll move down to the 5-yard line. Notice that the ball's on the 5 of College Park.
That'll stop the ball on the 5-yard line. First down.
And there'll be a first down as well. Here goes Smith signaling the play to his teammates. In a motion across the formation with Cloud. They go roll out, Cloud's wide open. Caught. And touchdown, Grand Oaks. Cloud gets the ball over the goal line. Nice effort by him after the catch. Smith to Cloud, you're going to hear that combination a lot over the next few years. Touchdown Grizzlies, and they're right back in the game. 31-20 is our score. 3:21 on the clock in the third quarter, pending our extra point here. Clouds look really impressive here tonight as a sophomore receiver. The kick is going to be up and through. 31-21 now on the scoreboard after Shep Jinks, the junior, attacks on the extra point. Devin Wallace and Preston Cloud making all the plays for the Grizzlies here tonight, most of them anyway. Largely underclassmen doing all the damage for Grand Oaks, gaining highly valuable experience. And do not go anywhere, folks. This one is not over. Just a 10-point ball game now with plenty of time left in proceedings here tonight. Again, 3:21 on the third quarter clock. So Grand Oaks will send it back to College Park. Special teams played a huge role here tonight. The pooch kicks being tricky ones to field for both teams. See if Grand Oaks tries to get creative here if they just put their foot through it. Setting up for a pooch. That's exactly what they're going to do. Pop it up. Going to be cleanly fielded by College Park. Number 18, Sebastian Montoya catching the ball.
On the kickoff, fair catch by number 18, Sebastian Montoya for the Cavaliers. They'll spot it at the 36-yard line. First down.
And here comes Cam Montgomery, Eugene Burnett. And this Cavalier offense showing 3 wide to start this possession. Gonna hand it off up the middle, not much to gain there, only a yard. Not much for Burnett to work with there, 2nd and 9. Gonna hand off again, Burnett up the middle, this time a little bit more room. Gonna push it out for another 3 or 4 yards. Gonna bring up 3rd and medium, 3rd and 5. So now with Snodgrass going into the slot, College Park showing a 4 wide look now. 2 receivers to each side. See if they look for Snodgrass on a post or something like that. There's some movement. Flag does come in. Grand Oaks clapping. They feel like they've drawn College Park. And they have. Advantage Grand Oaks now with the 3rd and long. Huge down here, to say the least, for this Grizzlies defense. They can come up with a stop here and get their offense the ball back. That would be monumental. But some work to do yet. 4 receivers in the game for College Park. Montgomery back to pass, going to roll left away from pressure. Gets the ball away, complete on the sideline. Not going to be enough for a first down, however. It's Dunphy. Going to be a 4th and 3. Offense staying out on the field so far for College Park. They're acting like they're going to go for it here so far. Let's see if they do. Yep. They're going to hand it off to Burnett. He's going to have the first down by about 3 yards out close to midfield. Eugene Burnett getting the first down. Bold call by the Cavs there. Showing immense trust in their offense, particularly the offensive line, to get the job done there. That's the kind of play you have to be willing to make in a big game like this, big district game. And the Cavs do it. 3 receivers for Montgomery here. Going to fake the sweep. Keep the ball, heavy pressure up the middle. Montgomery's going to keep it into space around the right side, still going inside the 30, 25, 20, down just inside the red zone. Great run by Montgomery on the scramble. Very capable athlete, even though he doesn't tend to use his legs all that much. He shows there that when he needs to, he can.
30-yard gain on the play. Good for a Cavalier first down.
Massive play by Montgomery for the Cav offense. Ball on the 20-yard line. Goes Montgomery on the sweep to Burnett. Grand Oaks, good job tackling Burnett before he can get started. 99 Dayton Montgomery on that tackle, junior. The third quarter is over after that. Quick third quarter. Score 31-21, College Park leading Grand Oaks going into the fourth, as we will flip ends of the field before resuming action with College Park inside the red zone in business, hunting for more points, trying their best to put away a feisty Grand Oaks team. Grand Oaks showing very good competitive level, not going quietly into the night, doing everything they can to keep themselves in this game. And for a summary of the 13-6A action you're going to see this weekend, of course, in addition to our game here tonight, have the Woodlands at Oak Ridge right here tomorrow night here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. And then over at Moorhead, Caney Creek off to a hot 2-0 start against the Conroe Tigers, also 2-0. Something's got to give there in the Battle of Undefeateds. And then also you have 2-0 Willis versus a 2-0 New Caney team at New Caney. And then Cleveland has the bye in the district this week. Only team not playing. So we are ready to resume action, beginning of the fourth quarter. College Park in business in the red zone. Montgomery going to fake the handoff, pull it, looking for the pass over the middle. Receivers open, touchdown, Cavaliers. That is number 1, Jordan Stiles, the sophomore, on the catch. Great execution by the Cavaliers on the play fake. Pop the throw over the top of the defense. Perfectly done by Cam Montgomery. Nice catch by Stiles. Chuck Ford tacking on the PAT. It's good. Going to take our score to 38-21, advantage College Park with 11:54 left in the game. Really nice design on offense to that play, and a nice patient throw by Montgomery. Again, just does not seem to panic at all. Just looks very calm out there, relaxed as he's executing plays. Doesn't force anything. Showing the experience that he was able to gain a year ago as a sophomore. College Park with the ball down, ready to send it back to Grand Oaks. Pooch kick. Had a lot of success with that tonight. This time fielded cleanly by the Grizzlies. Be thrown out of bounds. Helmet comes off. It was number 80, the sophomore Joseph Alexander, on that kick return for the Grizzlies. Yet another one of these sophomores on the offense. It's loaded with young talent on this Grand Oaks team. Wallace up the middle for a nice gain, about 6 or 7 yards actually. See, rolls forward, nice effort. Smith, pump fake, looking for the double move down the field. Has his receiver in the slot, and it is picked off by College Park. Great job on the interception. The intended receiver there was Preston Cloud, sophomore, but picked off by College Park. Coming away with the football for College Park on the pick, number 6, sophomore David Sands. Really outstanding interception, because looking at the replay, Sands was catching up to the receiver, not looking back for the ball, but managed to get his hand in there on the ball and somehow corral it. Not an easy play at all to make. This is the first big chance of the game for College Park to really put it on ice.
Timeout, College Park.
Timeout, College Park. There's 11:15 left in the game, so lots of time remaining. If College Park were to take this one down and score a touchdown, go a long way to sealing this game off. Got a really close eye on that Willis at New Caney game tomorrow night, because I feel like Willis is playing really well to start this season, and they could go down there and get a favorable result if they continue playing the way they have to start. And New Caney has a new coach this year and graduated some key seniors from that great team a year ago, but still quite a bit of talent there on that New Caney team. But we'll see how they're able to do against a talented opponent like Willis tomorrow night. But that's one that I would watch really closely, in addition to that Oak Ridge Woodlands game. Got a lot more interesting after the Woodlands suffered the big loss to Lamar last week. As Montgomery drops back to pass, keeps himself alive, throws the ball over the middle, looking for his receiver, Dunphy, on the comeback. Can't quite find him. Been a great effort by quarterback and receiver regardless. Dunphy worked really hard to come back and try and catch that one. Again, impressive composure by Montgomery there to avoid the pressure and get the ball away. Yeah, nearly finds Dunphy. Three receivers set for College Park. Going to hand the ball off. Burnett looking to bounce it around, but Grand Oaks strings it out for a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 13. I feel like Grand Oaks is going to watch this game back in the defensive film room and actually feel pretty good about the way they played tonight. Four receivers in the game for College Park. Fake the handoff, flag comes in. Montgomery hit as he throws that. Chance for an intercepted. It is picked off by the Grizzlies. Let's see what the flag is. Flag came in pretty early. We'll see if the pick stands. So the officials will come over to the Grand Oaks sideline to discuss what they're going to rule. It looks like Grand Oaks will maintain possession on the interception. Huge opportunity for the Grizzlies to stay in this football game.
There's no flag on the play.
They're going to pick up the flag, no flag, so the interception stands. Still a lengthy conversation going on. Actually, the Grand Oaks defense is staying on the field.
There's no foul for pass interference. However, we do have a second sideline warning on Grand Oaks. It'll be a 5-yard penalty for delay of game.
Will color me thoroughly confused as the Grand Oaks defense had come back out onto the field, and now they're celebrating again, so. And I finally noticed the Grizzly offense huddling on the near sideline now. Looks like they will get possession of the football. It's like I thought I saw an interception. Discussions continue on the field between the officials and now the College Park coaching staff. We'll sort this all out eventually. Grand Oaks gets possession like it looks they will. I believe the Texas Hold'em saying applies here. Maybe down to a chip in a chair, but they're still alive. (10-12) on the game clock remaining in our action tonight. Had a fast third quarter. 3 receivers in the game to start here for Smith on the 40-yard line of College Park. See if they look for the shot early. Nope, they're going to run it. Wallace is going to bust it up the middle. Going to be close to a first down after a 9-yard gain. He's got that sudden burst and quickness about him. Back to pass Smith, looking deep under heavy pressure, going to go up the sideline, man open, it's going to be caught. 5-10, tries to spin into the end zone, but gets dropped at about the 2. That's Preston Cloud, sophomore receiver, who's been heavily involved here tonight. Grizzlies in business. Very good job by Smith stepping up in the pocket there under some pressure. Things collapsing around him, didn't panic. Moving quick. Handoff. Stacked up, though. College Park will not let that one go into the end zone. Maybe a gain of a yard. Smith looking for a quick snap. Makes it. Under pressure, gonna have to throw it up and just throw it away. Be 3rd and 3. 8:52 on the game clock. Stopped. left in the fourth quarter tonight, timeout-wise. Grand Oaks has 2 left. College Park also has 2 left. Three receivers set for the Grizzlies. Gonna fake the sweep. This is Smith looking for the end zone. He has it. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Grant Smith runs it in. That'll narrow the lead to 38-27. Smith fired up as he runs off the field. Love to see that fight in your team late in the game when you're trailing. Still plenty of time in the game. Grand Oaks just refuses to go away. College Park had a chance to put some decisive points on the board a moment ago, but Grand Oaks getting the interception, following up that turnover generated by their defense with a huge touchdown. Our score is now 38-28, just a 10-point ball game with 8:46 to go, plenty of time. Said right before the opening kick that I expected there to be points tonight, and that's exactly what we've gotten from both of these teams, with 2 of the very best quarterbacks in the district on display. Neither has disappointed. And setting up once again for a pooch kick. This will go out of bounds. Flags down.
There are 2 foul play on the kicking team. That penalty will be. We have kick out of bounds on the kicking team. That penalty is 5 yards from the out.
As a result of the kick out of bounds, the College Park Cavs will start with the ball on see where they're going to put this exactly. Be their own 42-yard line. 8:46 left in the game. College Park leading 38-28. Grand Oaks refusing to go away. It's a handoff, going to try and work Burnett, but Grand Oaks not allowing any space up the middle there. Be a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
Tackle on the play by number 34, Brandon Boylan for the Grizzlies. That'll be a loss of 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Handoff Burnett around the right side. He's got a little room, but what a textbook tackle there from the Grizzly defender. That is exactly how you hit. Simon Smith, number 20 for Grand Oaks, with picture-perfect tackle out on the edge. Against a player as talented as Burnett, that is the only way to tackle. 3rd and 8. Huge opportunity for the Grizzlies. Run the speed option. Montgomery's going to keep it and get stopped well short of the first down. Big stop by the Grizzlies. They should be getting the ball back here. Guess now would be a good time to remind everyone of the fake punt that College Park successfully executed in the first half for a huge gain. Snodgrass showing off his athletic ability. He's one of the better athletes on the team who also happens to punt and be one of the best punters in the district. Let's see if they get fancy again. This would be a really bold call to do it again. Snodgrass just going to kick this one. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be pretty favorable for Grand Oaks. It's a side foot kick. And they're going to spot it all the way up at the 40, so great field position for Grand Oaks. Grant Smith and company huddling, getting ready to come back out on the field. Still trying to fight. Squeeze every ounce out of this game that they can. Three receivers trips to the near side here for Smith. Back to pass, quick bubble, out to Cloud. Ball is tipped up on the ground. Going to call it incomplete. It was well covered by the Caps. 2nd and 10. It's like Grand Oaks going to stay in the same 3 receiver formation. In motion out of the backfield now. Going to fake the swing route now, looking down the field, looking for a deep post. Had a man, but overthrew the intended receiver. It's 83 Gabriel Despain, the junior, intended there. Kind of a tougher throw to make. It set up the swing pass initially, but College Park covered it, forcing Smith to look deep downfield instead. Not the primary read on that play. 3rd and 10 now, 6:20 left in the game. 3 receivers and a tight end. Back to pass, looking deep. Heavy pressure apply from the back, going to bring him down for a big sack. And that is number 21 for College Park, Jacoby Williams, Jr. on the sack. I believe that could have been a corner blitz there. 4th and 15, so Grand Oaks has just got to get rid of it. Punt it away. Good punt. Going to be fair caught. So College Park will start this possession on their own 30-yard line. 5:25 remaining in the game. Cavaliers with a 10-point lead, 38-28 on the scoreboard. Hope those of you who've stayed up with us or who are watching this game back have enjoyed an entertaining football game. These two teams have shown a lot of fight here tonight. Positive football play. Been a clean game overall outside of a couple of procedural penalties. Three receivers for Montgomery. He's going to hand it off to Burnett. Good job staying alive, but stacked up nicely by the Grand Oaks D, only going to give up about a yard. Said this a moment ago, but I really believe when Grand Oaks watches this game back in the defensive film room that they will take a lot of positives from the way they've played here tonight. Again, it was 3 special teams plays that set up 3 of College Park's touchdowns in the first half. So run up the middle, close to a first down. Looks like he'll have the yardage. That's number 16, Jaden Ogoli, Jr. Saw him involved a little bit earlier tonight when he subbed in for Burnett. He's played well. Montgomery going to hand up the middle. Just a gain of a couple. Ogoli again on the carry. We're going to move inside of 4 minutes left in the game now. College Park will be content to lean on Grand Oaks a little bit here. Run the clock already in their favor. They're going to take their time looking to the sideline for the play in no rush. You run up the middle, good space, going to plow ahead for another first down. It's like, yep, he's got the line to gain, chains move. Just working the body now are the Cavs. Trying to seal off a first district win and first overall win for this season. If College Park holds on, they would move to 1-2. Grand Oaks would drop to 0-3. Handoff again up the middle. Again into space is a goalie. Going to gain about 7 yards.
Timeout.
Timeout down on the field.
Grand Oaks.
Grand Oaks is going to call that one. They'll have 2 remaining. Cavs also have 2 left. Should be 1 remaining now for Grand Oaks after that timeout. I invite you to join David Laney here for that Woodlands and Oak Ridge call tomorrow night right here. Also listen in with Jackson Cochran on that Caney Creek versus Conroe game up at Moorhead. Be 2 very interesting football games in the district tomorrow night. One that, of course, won't be on our channel will be Willis at New Caney. This will be a very important game in the overall scheme of 13-6A, all 3 of those games. And Cleveland, the only team with a bye this week. 2nd and 3 for College Park. Run up the middle of goalie. Going to be stacked up, no gain. Bring up 4th down.
I'm out. Grand Oaks. It's their second charge.
Another timeout, Grand Oaks. They'll have 1 left. Actually, none left after that.
Please reset the game clock to 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Be 3rd and 3 here for College Park with play resuming. They'll have 3 receivers in the game along with the tight end. Gonna run up the middle, looking for space, but Grand Oaks is gonna stuff it. It'll be 4th down. They're saying the ball's out, and they have it. Fumble recovered by Grand Oaks. Wow, another turnover. It's the 2nd forced turnover of the half by Grand Oaks. Interception a little bit earlier. Two minutes and 37 seconds left in the game, and hold on to your hat if the Grizzlies can score pretty quickly here, because you know what's coming after that.
And the Grizzlies take over at the 42-yard line, first down.
The 4 wide receivers for Smith trips to the top side. Here we go. Smith going to roll up towards the 3 receiver side. Going to have to throw it. Incomplete. Always a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback to make, rolling to his left. Of course, I take great pride in saying that as a lefty. I always feel like lefties are more natural going to the right side than righties are going left. Second and 10 for Smith in the offense. Going to motion Wallace out of the backfield, fake the screen, now look downfield, pocket collapsing around him. College Park is going to get the sack. Big loss back to Grand Oaks' 36-yard line, it looks like, where they're going to spot that. Bring up a 3rd and a long way. 3rd and 17 officially. So we're about to move inside of 2 minutes remaining in the game. Smith looking deep. He's going to throw the out route. We're going to say complete. Be short of a first down, of course, out to the 44-yard line, but at least it'll be 4th and a manageable situation now. 4th and 8. .123 and counting on the game clock. Smith looks to the sideline. Taking some time with this one. Probably more time than they'd like. 4 receivers, 2 to each side, 4th and 8. Smith going to take the handoff, again looking deep, pocket collapsing though. He's going to get sacked. Possession's going to turn over, and that should do it for College Park, preserving this win. Again, great job by the Cavalier defense of collapsing the space in the middle so that Grant Smith could not step up in the pocket and find anybody there. 56 seconds remaining in the game. No timeouts remaining for Grand Oaks, so victory formation time for College Park. They are going to seal their first win of the 2023 football season, first district win. Again, I'm telling you, watch these tiebreakers because I feel like some crazy stuff's about to happen with regard to the playoffs in this district. I think it's a wide open race this year. Victory formation it is. Well done by the Cavaliers, and I think there's a lot of positives that Grand Oaks is going to take from this game as well, especially when they watch it back on film. A lot of positives to be drawn from how they played defensively here tonight against a very good offense in College Park. We'd like to thank everyone who worked hard to bring you this broadcast tonight from up here in the booth and show control down onto the field. For everyone working the cameras, doing a lot of really good hard work to bring you these great images and football action. And that is the last snap of the ball game. It's going to do it. College Park is going to take a big 38-28 win over a very competitive, spirited bunch from Grand Oaks. So Coach Coates is going to get his first district win down here in 13-6A. Coach McDowell for Grand Oaks going to be forced to wait a little bit for his first district win. But again, for this program, only a matter of time. They just got to keep building, gaining experience with a lot of young players. We thank all of you for joining us on this broadcast tonight. And again, join us tomorrow night for the games at both here at Wood Forest Bank Stadium and Moorhead. David Laney and Jackson Cochran will be bringing you that action via the commentary. Should be some great action tomorrow night and all around the state. We will see you again here next week. I'm Jeremy McGrail. Thank you for joining us on tonight's Conroe ISD Athletics broadcast from Wood Forest Bank Stadium. Well done to College Park for getting their win tonight.